Peace, Royal Family, and thank you all for tuning in to another edition of the original histories of Africa and migrations of the ancient world. I am your King and Royal Majesty, Pharaoh Mitzrahim, historian, geographer, and the voice of truth. And today I will be revealing the truth on the subject, Libyan Egyptians in West Africa, 1st century A.D. But before we get started, be sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Let us now begin our journey to truth. In this video, we will focus on who were the people living in West Africa during the 1st century A.D. And the primary source to answer this question for us is found here in Pliny the Elder, Natural History, 1st century A.D., Book 5, Chapter 8, and it says in quotes, "If we pass through the interior of Africa in a southerly direction beyond the Gutili, after having traversed intervening deserts, we shall find, first of all, the Libyan Egyptians. Beyond these are the Negrite, nations of Ethiopia, so-called from the river Nigris." Based on the text we just read, Pliny the Elder states, going south beyond the Sahara Desert of Africa in the Gutili dwelt a people known as the Libyan Egyptians. And according to Pliny, the Gutili lived in the regions of ancient Mauritania in the land of the Moors, known today as Morocco. But notice Pliny says, going south of the Gutili, or the land of the Moors, beyond the Sahara Desert. And truth is, when you go south of the land of the Moors, beyond the Sahara Desert, you will reach the northern part of the great river known as the Niger River. And it is this part of the river where the famous cities Timbuktu and Gao is situated. And according to what Pliny says in his text, this northern part of the river was indeed the dwelling place of the Libyan Egyptians. And all the rest of the land to the south was inhabited by the Ethiopian Negrite, and the entire river was known as the Nigris River. And the Nigris is the old name for the Niger River. But the question that has to be answered is, who were these Libyan Egyptians and where did they come from? Let us continue. Let us now focus on the Libyan Egyptians. And the Libyan Egyptians were a race of Egyptians who dwelt in Libya, in the land west of the Nile River. And to find out who were these Libyan Egyptians, we must go here to Herodotus the Histories, Book 4, Chapter 181, and it says in quotes, "Above these, inland, is the region of Libya. First, at a distance of 10 days' journey from Thebes, are the Almunians, whose temple is derived from that of Theban Zeus." Herodotus the Histories, Book 2, Chapter 42, in quotes, "It is from this that the Egyptian images of Zeus have a ram's head, and in this the Egyptians are imitated by the Almunians, who are colonists from Egypt." According to Herodotus, the Egyptians in Libya were a people known as the Almunians, who migrated west from Egypt and settled in Libya, and there built a temple of Zeus or Amun. And the land of the Almunians is known today as the Siwa Oases on the western border of Egypt. And later on, these Almunians migrated southwest and settled along the Niger River and became the Libyan Egyptians. And now we know the Almunians from the Siwa Oases were indeed the ancestors of the Libyan Egyptians along the Niger River. And on this, I conclude. So there it is. According to ancient historians and real history, the people of West Africa during the 1st century AD were known as Egyptians and Ethiopians. And no mention is made of Israelites or Canaanites, but the people in West Africa 2,000 years ago were indeed ancient Egyptians and Ethiopians. And this is the truth according to ancient history, real history. I rest my case.